You can see him.
Hi guys, and welcome to the Exploratorium. Are you guys excited?
Yeah! Have you guys ever played with toy cars? Have you ever noticed that when you try to use your toy cars on different surfaces, some surfaces are easier to push your cars on than others?
Let's say, for example, what's easier to push your car on? The cafeteria floor or the carpet?
The floor. Right. That's because of friction. Friction is a pushing or pulling force that occurs when two surfaces rub against each other. For example, the wheels of the toy car are on the floor. Can anyone tell me other examples of some friction?
Each surface has a different amount of friction. We are going to show you how some surfaces have more friction than others. Would anyone like to volunteer?
Kid volunteers.
All you have to do is push this box.
Yeah.
Okay, that box. All you have to do is put it on the floor with different surfaces and see the difference.
So think about what we talked about before. I can't tell if I'm in this, but think about it. Would it be easier or harder to pull this box on a rubber surface? Maybe? Right! It would be harder because rubber has a higher amount of friction.
Oh. Okay, so can someone help us, please? Who wants to push this giant box?
Alright, you kids.
Oh, sorry. Try pushing this box. Oh, where am I? Yeah, try pushing this box. See? But try pushing it now. Wow.
What did you notice when Linda flipped the box to the surface besides her creepy laugh?
Awesome! So basically, each surface has a different friction force with the box. And the greater the force, the more rough the surface is, the harder it is to push the box.
That was fun, right? Now, so what other factors besides the surface might affect how hard it is to pull something along?
Good guess. The answer is weight. The heavier something is, the more friction will be acting upon that object.
So if there's more friction acting upon an object, that means that a larger force has to be applied in order to move it. And that makes sense because you would have to push a giant boulder a lot harder to move it than moving a tiny chair.
Now, I was planning on staying in this box and having you guys try and push me. I'm not sure if you're strong enough. Do you guys think you're strong enough to move me?
Yeah!
Then I get in the box and they don't push me because I'm fat.
Wow, you guys are super strong.
But I'm really heavy. So now, since Linda is the size of a small child, we'll put her in the box and see if you guys can move her.
I bet you guys can't move me either.
They probably
Great job! Great job. So I'm sure that all of you felt like it was easier to push Linda than it was to push Mark, right?
That's because Linda is very light and Mark weighs about 1 million pounds.
Can anyone try and come up with a rule for friction that has to do with weight?
Right. Heavy objects are harder to move because they have a higher amount of friction, and lighter objects are easier to move because they have a smaller amount of friction.
Let's put it all together. After everything we've learned, can you guys guess which car will win the race? Let's check it out. I have 4 different race cars, and I lost my spot. Some are heavier than others, and each of them are trying to drive on a different surface. So, who thinks car number 1 is going to win?
I do.
Who thinks car number 2?
I do.
Car number 3?
Me.
And what about car number 4?
Me. We get the big picture.
Okay, let's see who's right. I need 4 volunteers to be our drivers.
So we're gonna get 4 volunteers, blah blah blah, and go.
So you guys know what to do? The first car to make it past the finish line wins. But there's no finish line.
Ready, set,
the surface with the lowest coefficient of friction is? Right. I'm adding lib here. You have to fix this.
So what have you learned today?
First, we know that objects with a lower amount of friction will be easier to move and will go faster. An object with a greater amount of friction will be harder to move, so it will go slower.
Also, heavier objects will also move more difficult.
So we're almost out of time, but we have one more activity for you guys.
Okay, so now we're gonna do a little arts and crafts.
We're going to give each of you one of these rubber bands and cars. You're going to color in your car however you want.
Do you think these cars will move fast or slow if they're on a rubber band?
So you just put your car up here and then let it go like this.
Great. Hope you guys had so much fun. Bye-bye.